On this episode of Rockin' Through the Grapevines, we answer the question, what is $2 Chuck and why is it so cheap?
My name is Erin McAndrew. I'm a singer-songwriter that performs at a lot of wineries. So I try a lot of wine. Join me as I taste wines, chase dreams, and play some tunes.
Welcome to Rockin' Through the Grapevines. On this episode, I'm going to answer a few questions that have puzzled shoppers all across the United States. What is $2 Chuck? Why is it so cheap? And most importantly, is it any good? For those of you who haven't heard of it, $2 Chuck is the nickname for Charles Shaw wine, an ultra-cheap brand that is only sold at the U.S. grocery store chain Trader Joe's. In U.S. states that allow wine to be sold in grocery stores, Trader Joe's has sold Charles Shaw wine for as low as $1.99 a bottle, depending on location, with almost all stores selling the bottle for less than $4. That's a ridiculously low price, considering some businesses charge more than that for a bottle of water. I know the last time I went to a baseball stadium, it was like $6 for a bottle of water. Also, depending on location is the varieties available, which include Cabernet Sauvignon, White Zinfandel, Merlot, Chardonnay, and Sauvignon Blanc. From 2002 to 2014, over 800 million bottles of Charles Shaw wine were sold. And the brand routinely sells millions of cases a year. And even at an ultra-cheap price, that's a lot of money. Charles Shaw wine is produced by Bronco Wine Company in Ceres, California, which is one of the largest wine-producing companies in the United States that releases wine under dozens of different brand names. In fact, the businessman whose name is on the label, Charles Shaw, sold the brand name to Bronco in the 1990s, and it has had nothing to do with the production of the wines that bear his name since then. Despite being sold at Trader Joe's for over 15 years now, much of the information about Charles Shaw wine is shrouded in mystery. Because the front labels on Charles Shaw wine bottles only say California, the grapes used to make the wine could have grown in any of Bronco's vast vineyards. And many of the wines are blends, which means that these wines don't use 100% of whatever grape is listed on the label. But unlike most blended wines, exactly how much of whatever types of grapes that are on the blends isn't advertised. Considering Bronco has over 35,000 acres of vineyards, the company grows an enormous quantity of grapes and uses its massive facilities to produce wine at a very, very low price. Also keeping costs down is the fact that the bottle is slightly thinner than your typical wine bottle, which cuts down on production and transportation costs, and the bottle is sealed with low-cost cork. In 2018, Charles Shaw even expanded its line by introducing a slightly more expensive range of organic wines with twist-top corks. Now, if the price hasn't scared you off yet, the most important question is, how does the Charles Shaw wine taste? Today I'll be tasting the 2014 Cabernet Sauvignon, so let's try it. Okay, alright. So this wine's a lot lighter than a usual cab and sweeter, but it's pleasant. And at less than $4 a bottle, why not? My verdict, $2 Chuck is definitely drinkable if you're on a budget. And if you're, in college or whatever. For me, I'd probably splurge and get something else. As always, click the link below to download my free music and be sure to hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And until next time, cheers!